I just seen a post on LinkedIn, and they were talking about the corporate world or corporate America or whatever. And they were talking about how HR, the dude posted something. It's like 10 things he posted on there. And one of the things he said on there is, remember, HR is not your friend. HR is there to protect both the employee and the company. So they're not there to, favor one over the other, even if you are in the right. You know what I'm saying? So, and the reason that caught my attention, the reason I bring that up is because I was fired from my last job, or one of my last jobs, as well as I've been done dirty on a lot of jobs for that very thing. HR claims that they look out for you and support you and all that, but all HR is doing is building the case up against you. All they're gonna do is document everything. That's really all they're gonna do. They're gonna document everything. And what HR did at my company, they documented everything, and everything that I was telling them, they were using that in their defense. They were using that as bait, or they were using that to build a story around my story, right? So they would just keep asking me, so okay, tell us a little bit more. So we talked to the other party, and now we need to know a little bit more of your outlook or your side of the story on this. And we just kept going back and forth, like, and every time I would give valid reasons about the issue or the issues, every time HR would come back on me and put the blame on me. And that's when I realized, I said, you know what? Somebody told me, is that in-house HR or is it an outsourced HR? And so basically that's what it was. Like, this was an in-house HR, and they, from what I was told, they work for the company. So if they work for the company, they don't want to fire people that are big up in the company, because that could come back on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you're going to talk to HR, you need to talk to HR that is out, that doesn't work for the company. And then it's crazy because these employers know that they do wrong, because if you pay attention and read the application process, they will tell you in the application process that you do not have the right. If you work for them, it is against their policy for you. Like, you basically sign a legal agreement to where you cannot hire a lawyer against them. That right there speaks volume within itself, right? So they know that they do wrong, and they're saying, look, even if we do wrong, you don't have the right to get a lawyer against us. It's right there, but they can get a lawyer against us, though. The corporate world is screwed. And that's why I say, man, I have so many friends and people be like, oh, I just love my job. Like, I've never worked a job where I just love the job. Never. Because I see jobs for what they are, right? Yeah, you might like the money you make or something like that, but it's modern day slavery, just with a paycheck on it. That's all it is. Think about the hours, how much time you dedicate to your job just to make the money that you make. Meanwhile, while the people that are over you and the CEOs and all that, they don't even come to work. They get paid millions of dollars just to go on vacation every day, while you do the hard work and you get paid crumbs. Like that, I don't know, man. I don't know how people can give their whole life to a job, a company, for 5 figures, Because that's what most people out here are making, 5 figures. And it's crazy that the price of living and food and everything is going up, but they not paying nobody more. They not paying nobody more. The people that do the most work get paid the less. Look at all the jobs in America. America is screwed up. America is so backwards. Think about all the jobs. The hardest workers get paid the less. Look at police officers, for example. How much they get paid. I saw something, an advertisement that was talking about hiring police officers. It was paying like 30K, like 35K or 38K or 42K or something a year. Like, what? This is why police be so in bad moods when they pull us over. That's one reason. The other reason is they probably dealt with, a mass murderer before they pulled us over, so they don't know who we are. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that they pull over, they probably start out treating people nice, right? And then they run up on that one person that is a mass murderer, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and now every time they walk up on a car, they have to assume the worst. You know what I'm saying? So, while I don't agree with how the police operate in that sense, I have to also look at it from their perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because some police are good police, but some police are just in fear of their life. You know what I'm saying? Now you have the police that use that as I fear for my life, as an excuse for them to shoot you, or, it's like, for example, a police will pull you over, tell you to roll down your window, and then they'll sit up there and they walking up to you with a gun. And you don't know this person, right? And then they will tell you that they are because they are in fear of their life, they're gonna put you in handcuffs until they further investigate, or I need you to keep your hands in sight, or I need you to stand over there for my protection. Like, so why don't I just, like, have y'all seen those people that they'll just crack their window, they won't roll their window all the way down, and they'll hand the officer or put it up to the window their license and their all the documents that's needed. But then those police will be like, well, you don't have the right to just not let the window down. But then you let the window down, now all of a sudden the officer is saying, I'm in fear of my life. Like, come on, man. But when you know your rights and you have video cameras to prove everything, it's like, that's why I say, man, we need more lawyers in the black community. That's one thing that we need. Like, the black community wants a change, but we need more legal representation in the black world, in the black community. Because other people are going to continue to have the power, and black people are going to continue to be on a decline as long as we don't know law, and as long as we don't have the money for lawyers and stuff like that. That's how my job got away with what they got away with. I had them too. I had them. Man, I had them. It was a whole phone conversation where my boss's boss was my manager's boss was telling me to do things that were unsafe, that were going against the company policy, and not only the company policy, but Department of Transportation safety. And yeah, I had him. I had him. And I called the safety department. The safety department was like, no, he can't do that. He can't do that. I called the hours of service department. No, he cannot do that. He cannot do that. And it's crazy that they still let this man get away with murder. And that's just what it is. But That's why I say people don't think that, you know, slavery is it still exists in America. No, it does. It does. They just disguise it. They can't call it. They cannot legally, I guess, call it slavery. But it's still here. If y'all open y'all eyes and will pay attention, it's still here. Still here. They just giving y'all a paycheck now to be a slave. And y'all are content with that. Y'all are comfortable with that. I'm not.